Hey everyone, Mr. Armitage here. In this video, we are doing an extra example from chapter 4.4 for factoring by grouping. Okay, so we are going to factor completely x to the third minus 2x squared minus 9x plus 18. Okay, now factoring by grouping may be one of the more difficult things to see, but we want to draw on how we were factoring quadratics before, especially when our value for a was not 1. Go ahead and check out the previous videos for that. Link up there now, I think. Yeah. Okay. So if we're going to factor this by grouping, we need to see how we can group it, okay? And that might be one of the more difficult parts. What I can notice here, okay, first off, we technically have, here, I'm going to write this over here separately, okay? If I just write all of the coefficients like this, 1x to the third minus 2x squared minus 9x plus 18. Okay. The 1 here is positive. And this is just kind of an intuition, maybe trying to look at it. You may already see how to factor it. Okay. We go from positive 1 to negative 2. Right? We double it and multiply by that negative 2. And then here, okay, this negative 9, we go to positive 18. Right, so that's also negative 2. Okay. Now that negative 2 doesn't mean much, but the fact that it's the same between them does tell us something. Okay. This means that what we can do is we can take out this negative 9 here, and we would get negative 2 over here. Right? We would factor out that negative 9. That'd give us x, positive x, minus 2. Okay? Now that we have that, what can we do to make this part up here look like this part down here? Okay. Well, we have this 1, this positive 1 in front of the x in there, so 1x minus 2. We have this 1, x to the third minus 2x squared. So why don't we take out, we factor out that x squared from both of them. So we have x squared times x minus 2 minus 9 times x minus 2. And I'm going to erase that. Okay, at this point, now we see that this is the same as this, right? By design, we did that. So we're going to factor that one out. So equals x minus 2. Okay, now what we are left with is this x squared minus 9. So we have times x squared minus 9. Now we need to factor this last one a little bit more. Okay, check out the video part 2 for the extra example of factoring by GCF. Link up there right now as well. Okay, so just a quick reminder of how we might do that, or maybe another example of how we might. Okay, we can see, we're going to take this over here. Okay. We have x squared minus 9, and we're trying to figure out what the factors are. Now we notice that x squared and 9 are both square numbers, right? 9 is 3 squared. So it'd be x squared minus 3 squared. Now you can do a shortcut for it, where, just to show, okay, we would have x minus 2 times x minus 3 times x plus 3. And that would be our final answer. But how do we know that? Well, we know that there should be a factor, okay, of this, right, to factor it out completely. So if we divide by that factor, we will get the other factor. Now, what is that thing that we can divide by? Well, we know it has to have an x, okay? And we know that it probably should be negative because we have this negative 9. And, well, you know, we can multiply easily to get positive 9 or negative 9 from negative 3. Okay, hint for there. So let's go ahead and set this up. We have x squared, 1x squared plus 0x minus 9. Our value of k is 3. So on the outside, bring down the 1. 3 times 1 is 3. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Negative 9 plus 9 is 0. So this means that our other factor is x plus 3. So then we take this one back. There we go. X cubed minus 2x squared minus 9x plus 18 equals x minus 2 times x minus 3 times x plus 3.